Yo, what is good with y'all? Today we are here with a RogueBlox race tier list. Now, let me preface this, the game has not dropped yet, but I'm doing this off of the RogueBlox info server. I'll leave the link to that down below if y'all want to join that. But we have a very good idea of what these races are going to be like, just based off of the fact that we know what they all do. Now, for the first race we have right here is Terran. I'll personally be putting this in C tier. Now, the thing with this game is all of the races in this game all do something, which is pretty cool. So if we come over here to the Discord, we can see that Terran is a 15% chance. It is a common, but it still has passives. So you can get alignment XP faster. Alignment is just your reputation, which is either negative or positive. So if you kill a bunch of people negative, help the town or whatever, be positive. And then each day you get a bond, and each bond increases your swing speed or weapon damage by 1%, but it caps out at 10. So you'll have 10% more swing speed, 10% weapon damage, and then you can burn one of these bonds to have basically be invincible. You can burn one of these bonds and you cannot be knocked down for 10 seconds every time you burn one of these bonds. So that's actually pretty good in my opinion. That's better than a lot of common races in a lot of games. I'll put that C tier. Now, some of these may have changed by the game. As you see, this is kind of old, but I'm sure that most of these are pretty much the same. I doubt they changed them too much. So yeah, this is just to get a good general idea of whatever race you roll and then know if it's going to be good or not. So we have Apex Monkey Race. Now, this actually seems very cool to me. I kind of want this race because you can double jump and climb twice as fast. I love double jumping, like Spy and Rogue Lineage. I love that. Gorilla Grip, bro. You can withstand a blow before losing your grasp on an unconscious body. Okay, so you're probably able to get like hit with an M2 before you drop somebody. Chest beat. Beat your chest, sending yourself into a frenzy. During this state, you take 15% more damage, but you deal 10% more damage. Honestly, I'd say this would probably be, I'd say this is B tier as well. I'd say this is B tier, or no, I'd say this is high C tier just because of the double jump. I'll put it higher than Terran. All right, next we have Goblin. You sell trinkets for more and steal more money, question mark. So maybe not. And then you can eat trinkets, which is very interesting. Then you have Spelunker. Use your Goblin senses to sense trinkets near you, even through walls, which seems kind of good if you're trying to get silver for your class. And then Hawk Tula, swallow a trinket afterwards upon activation, spit it out. Yeah. Goblin will sadly be going in D tier. This seems like a shitter race. All right, next we have Elf. Nano or Mana Prodigy. Charge mana 18% faster. So this is like the Castellan of this game. You gain 7.5% more extra cast range. Now, cast range is the spells in this game. There's going to be a mana bar on your screen, and you have to charge that mana holding G. And for a certain spell, each spell has a different percentage that you have to like reach with the mana bar. So you'll hold G for like 3 seconds to reach like 50%, and then you'll cast it on there. So this just means you have more of a window of air when you're casting spells. Quincy's Blessing, you can now hold 4 claps compared to normal 3. Now I'm pretty sure claps are like snaps from Lineage, snap spells, insta-cast spells that like do different things, but I'm not too sure about that. Mana Body, coat your body in mana, allowing you to absorb a spell before shattering. Additionally, you nullify any projectiles and want to hit spells. That's actually pretty good. And now these day 15, as you see, so there's day system in this game. Every hour should equate to 1 in-game day. And now if you reach 15 days or 15 hours on a character, you'll unlock new abilities as it goes. So this is racial progression. And so for this person, an elf, I think I'm gonna put it B tier just because you get that barrier. You know, that shield doesn't hurt. Now Florian, this is the scroom of this game. So you have an essence bar. You gain the ability to store essence by feeding off nutrients in the soil, which I think is just when you use this move to sink it to the ground and slowly increase your essence. You basically just go into the ground like a plant. And now I'm pretty sure that your essence is instead just going to be hunger. So it's going to replace your hunger bar. And then Blossom, day 20, when your essence bar is full, you gain a 10% damage buff. And then Essence Beam, condense your essence towards the top of your head before releasing it as a beam. So we can see it right here, actually. We can look at it right here. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so that's the beam. That's very interesting. You know, that's an interesting ability. That is definitely, that's something, bro. We'll put them B tier just because I think it'll replace your need for hunger because of the essence, and dealing with food's always annoying. So we have Cactorian. Giant cacti will not attack you. Ass cacti, so I don't think people like this. Prickle armor upon activation for a short amount of time, reflect 20% of damage you take. That's not too bad. 1,000 thorns, curl into a ball, unleashing a storm of small spikes in every direction in a small radius around you. Okay. And then Cacto warp, teleport. Damn, that's 25. Ooh, for a rare? Oh, I don't think this is a rare. I think this is an uncommon. For an uncommon, bro, for an uncommon, I think we'll be putting this, we're gonna put this low C. I'm dead gonna put this below the Terran. All right, next we have Lihzard. All right, when out of combat, run on all fours, giving you increased speed. Okay, that seems tough. Zillards will not attack you. Armor penetration is 20% less. Okay. Poison deals 40%. Okay. Right below an opponent with a poison stack will apply another one. Bone skewer. Send on a bone skewer forward, impaling anyone hit. When the skewer is impaled on their body, they become slower and take 10% extra damage in the form of bleed. The skewer breaks after a certain amount of time. Oh, okay. So these rares, I think this is around 9%. These rares are definitely, they're stepping it up for sure. For Lihzard, I think we're gonna put him high. He's gonna be a high B. Some of these races get pretty crazy. That's why none of them are A tier yet. All right, Avian is gonna be like the more of it, I think. All right, when above 50% mana, gain 0 gravity properties. Okay. I don't think that applies when you're in combat, by the way. Take 30% less fall damage. Okay, that's pretty good. Gain a speed boost if you land a projectile. Reset plum cooldown after landing your final M1. Plume. Throw 4 or 3 feathers if you're in the air during this action. Lift yourself up and float for a short duration. Okay. Honestly, yeah, I think this is below Lihzard. Kind of mess with that name, Lihzard. All right, Phantom. Ugly creature. Okay, wait, they kind of look scary. What is that? Due to your racial properties, you can hold an extra life. Okay, wait. So off rip, this rare is just getting an extra life? You have infinite hunger? Okay, now this is going to be the first A tier. Inflicting bleed or landing your final one will apply anti-heal for 3 seconds. Phantom tax. Okay. M1ing someone with anti-heal inflicted on them will increase the fright. Fright enemies looking at you, slowing them and driving them. Yeah, bro. We are. Say less. This is A tier. I don't know if I want to wait to put it S tier because I need to see the other races, but that's a strong A tier. All right, now we have Nomad going to 3%. Countering someone with Fade will now affect a bad juju. This will lower their luck by 50%. What does that mean? Nest. Lay down your nest and eggs, allowing you to respawn that location upon death. Damn, that's interesting. Okay. Perform a twirl, retaliating by knocking anyone down if they were to attack you. So that's like a counter. Turn into a flock of birds, evading any attacks thrown your way. This can be used while being in a stun. Oh, so this is a very counter, like evasive type of thing. This will definitely be good. This is a PvP ganking type of thing because look, you're gonna respawn at your location. Now, assuming this isn't like Rogue and you lose your weapon on death and you keep your weapon, you can just respawn and get straight back to the action. I say this is I don't know if this is above Phantom, but I think this is gonna be a good PvP race. I'll put it below Phantom. Definitely a good PvP race. Now we have Dwarf 2%. You're smaller than most people. Now this might be a buff just due to, I'd assume, smaller hitbox. Dwarf pouch, you have 25 more carry capacity, so more weight. Dwarven adaptability, you're able to wear any type of armor despite your class. However, you lose the ability for you to change your race. So you can just wear like sigil armor as a faceless. That's crazy. Smith's touch, your enchant has 2% the chance to proc. Okay, we don't know how enchants are yet, so we'll keep that in mind. Grindstone. Summon forth a grindstone, allowing anyone to increase the damage of their weapon temporarily with each use. So this is like blacksmith. I saw a video saying that they also have like a 50% discount or something with the blacksmith, so I don't know if that's true, but based off this, I'm gonna put it above. Man, that armor thing, I'm gonna put it high S tier or high A tier just off the armor, because I feel like that armor thing can make a difference, bro. Like a faceless or a shinobi with sigil armor, tanky, I think that's gonna be different. All right, Hylotl. You swim 50% faster than most individuals, and whatever you are put into combat, you gain +1 speed. Okay, gemstone electrocution. Inflicting electrocution will proc your weapon enchantment on the enemy, and wanting enemies that are in the electrocution animation will boost your weapon enchantment proc to 100%. These effect, hold on, what? So I don't know how you'll exactly inflict this, but I guess if you're going at class that like inflicts this a lot, this would be very good. Static gills, when perfect blocking attacks or inflicting electrocution, build up static electricity in your gills. After perfect blocking with 4 stacks, releasing electricity and electrocute nearby enemies. Sprout spiral, dash forward while spreading open your arms and spinning, dealing hit stun. And see, this doesn't seem that crazy to me. See, the hard part is this game obviously isn't out, so we can't really judge these that much. I'm gonna put it, damn, I honestly want to put it below I'm gonna put it below Lihzard. Hot take, I'm gonna put it below Lihzard, bro. All right, or resilience. You are more resilient than most individuals. You get 20 HP off rip. You drop under 40%, you get a 20% damage buff to all attacks. Guard breaking opponent decreases their pen. Take a stance before charging forward. Guard break and hyper armor. Okay, so this is gonna be like this is gonna be like a PvP race for sure, because 20 HP, I mean, we don't know how the HP system works yet, but I'm gonna assume that's gonna be a decent chunk of HP. So I'm gonna put Orc. I'm gonna put it below Dwarf. I just think that armor ability is gonna be busted, bro. All right, now we have Kaoshin. Emperor's Blessing. As long as your mana is charged over 50% and you are not in danger, gate will be... Okay. Yeah. This is S tier. All right, cloud dodges. Gain a cloud stack on final M1's critical attacks and when getting a speed boost. Upon reaching 4 cloud stacks, gain a 20% chance to dodge attacks. 100% chance if it's a projectile for 10 seconds. Hello, Fisherman. Gate. Day 0. You spawn with the natural ability to cast Gate. Gate clap. An exclusive ability to your people. You're able to swap your position with another individual. That's how to get Boogie Woogie. Yep, that's S tier. All right, Novakid. Sun absorption. Under the sun, charge mana at a faster rate. Hello, free rework soul ones. Born from within the flame. You are immune to fire damage and your body temperature cannot be adjusted. Hello, is a star shooter. Outstretch your arm, firing a barrage of noble bombs that track and lock onto targets, dealing minor damage. Supernova. Detonate your active Nova Flare stacks. The damage scales with the amount of stacks. This also inflicts Solar Burn, a special burn that deals 0.75 true % damage every 0.5 seconds. I think that's high A tier. I think this is S tier. I think this is the best race in the game, just because of game. And because they have the dodging mechanic, I think it's the best in the game. Actually, I'll put I'll put Dwarf S tier too. That'll be it. So, assuming that this Discord is correct. By the way, if it's not correct, don't come at me, come at these people. Assuming this is correct, this is my final tier list for the game. This is what I predict the game's racial tier list will be. We shall see tomorrow. Now you have an idea of what your race is gonna do when you roll it in game. And yeah, bro, can't wait to play this game. I'll see y'all.